So this week's Mind Espresso is about time management, but not the time management that you normally think of. This is about managing your time to the tasks and when you're most effective at which task throughout the day. And it comes from the book When, the scientific science behind perfect timing from Dan Pink, one of my favorite authors. Now, one really important insight is that we all function differently at different points in time throughout the day. For example, Jeff Bezos takes his hardest meeting at 10 a.m. every day. Before then, he's not ready. By 5 p.m., his brain is burnt. And what Dan argues is that we each have a rhythm throughout the day. And generally, it follows a peak, and then a trough, and then a recovery period. And that peak period for a lot of us is when we do our toughest work, the good analytical work, the work that requires diligence, and really deep thought. And then we hit a trough, right? And then we experience this kind of letdown. And what Dan advises is that we need to detach and we need to take breaks, and he's a big fan of naps, and I'll talk about a nappuccino in a little bit. And then the recovery period happens. And for Jeff Bezos, that's his creative time in the late afternoon. Same for Dan Pink, and actually the same for me. So when you think about your day, when do you get what tasks done effectively? When's your most creative time? When are you best at diligent tasks? And then when do you need to take a break? And what Dan advises is you take a break, you make it social, you completely unplug, you go for walks. Moving is better, social is better, unplugging is better. And he talks about a nappuccino. Don't be afraid of naps. Naps are actually a natural thing. A nappuccino is when you take a cup of coffee, you drink it, and then you go take a nap, because the caffeine won't kick in for 20-25 minutes. So by the time the caffeine kicks in, you're up from your nap and you're raring to go. But most people don't think about what tasks they do at what time of day, and therefore it leads to a lot of inefficiency. Now, he also talks about larks and owls. So larks are early risers, and they tend to have been born in the fall and the winter. And owls are late people, right? They stay up late, they get their work done late, and they tend to be born in the spring and the summer. And then there are bluebirds, which are just kind of all over the place. Now, for me, I am actually somewhat of an owl in that around 8, 9 o'clock, I will get some of my hardest work done, and I can work right through to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's not the best for my schedule, but when I really need to get something done, that's the schedule I embrace. So the take home is, when do you do your best work? Most people follow a peak trough recovery period throughout the day and need to start reorienting their days about around when they do their best work. And for a lot of people, it's getting your toughest work done in the morning, taking a break, and then doing your creative work and your recovery work later in the day. And that is this week's Mind Espresso. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.